Hey everybody, it's Donald Richardson here again, going live on Zenny62 Media, here to talk to you about, let me turn this fan down, maybe it's a little too loud. Yeah, I want to talk about Final Cut Day and see and make a few predictions. Some of my predictions are going to be kind of bold and I don't think a lot of people see coming. But I, for one, see a couple of things. Let me get the couple of big ones out the way. Keelan Doss has been outstanding during the preseason. Great, uh, great undrafted free agent pickup. But one of the guys that the Raiders been kind of a little bit flying under the radar, but making sure he gets his touches so they can evaluate him is Rico Gafford. And I think Rico will probably get a slot before Doss does. And I'm going to tell you guys a couple of reasons why. Number one, every time Rico's been in the game, he's made an impact, he's caught a ball, he doesn't put balls on the ground. And another thing about Rico Gafford that doesn't get talked about that much is speed. You can't coach speed. And Rico's one of the fastest guys, not just on the team, but he's one of the fastest guys in the NFL. And, you guys know the Raiders' history. Speed kills, and our team, I don't care what coach we have, I don't care about what GM comes in and says, height, weight, speed doesn't matter this time. Rico Gafford's speed matters, and it shows up on tape. So I hope a lot of people aren't surprised to see my prediction come true that Rico Gafford makes the official 53-man roster, and Keelan Doss he's either going to be signed away by another team or, excuse me, or he's going to be put on our practice squad. Unless there's like an injury or something like that. Sticking with the offense, sticking with wide receivers. I don't see J.J. Nelson making the team. Uh, he just hasn't produced enough. Let me go down the roster here as far as wide receivers go. Okay, he's gonna make. Uh, I heard John Gruden say something interesting. Not only him, a couple of announcers talked about it. They want people not just to make special team plays, try to get on the team and make special team. They also want them to compete at their position. And Dwayne Harris, even though he signed a contract extension this week, will have to get better as a wide receiver. He's like our go-to guy right now as far as returns, but we got some other guys now that could return the ball, and they're pretty decent at returning the ball. So, his job is not, even though he just signed this extension, uh, even if the Raiders decided to keep somebody else, his cap number is a low number. So, I still consider him as a bold player because we got young and we got faster, and he's not that much older. But until one of these guys show that they can take over and prove that they can return kicks and be on the and be not a liability, but reliable on the offensive side of the ball, a reliable receiver on the side of the ball, or running back on the side of the ball, we're keeping that. We're keeping those guys, and he's not a premium player no more. One of the surprises that came out today is we let go of a couple of running backs. Well, one of the running backs we all knew he got put on the muscle hamster. He got put on injured reserve and then waived. So no shock there. But I thought Jackson played pretty good to at least practice squads. Practice squad, maybe. You know, backup, maybe. You, but I guess not. Maybe I haven't been paying attention like I thought I should. Rodney Hudson, congratulations. You got extended. Well deserved extension. The Raiders we need more players like him. We need more players that not only are good at their job, but making the players around them better at their job. We need more teammates like that. Who? Tough decision. Carl Joseph. Let me hop over on defense real quick. KJ. I don't know KJ. I don't see KJ making the squad. KJ is another. Uh, you know, I, you you can't be a first round pick and be a backup 2 years in a row. You know what I'm saying? This is what his fourth year in the league now. This is his fourth year on the team. This will be his fourth season, I believe. Third or fourth season. And you're going to be a backup 2 consecutive years in a row, possibly to a rookie. That ain't a good look, bro. And I'd have to waive him. I know a lot of people don't like that, but it is what it is. Uh, Let me see, going down the list. All right, here. Ryan Grant, cut. You know, can't body. And I hate to say it so, but a lot of these guys. Ooh. Let me talk about this guy. Now, I know the Raiders have been getting calls about Anthony Rush. They have to be. They have to be. And with all the he's one of the players that the Raiders are definitely talking about that is going to make it hard to keep somebody on the team. You know, I mean, we got a lot of depth there, but you don't get too many players at an undrafted free agent, no less. You know, players in the draft. I don't know how Anthony Rush slipped through the cracks, but he's definitely a plugger. I mean, he takes up two bodies. Anytime he comes on the field, you know, it's going to take two people to handle him, no doubt. And the better his technique gets, the better he is going to be as a player for the Raiders. I don't really believe in redshirt years, and I don't think that the Raiders will be able to hide him or be able to assign him to the practice squad. He will easily make somebody's 53-man roster this year. I wouldn't compare him to James Harrison's playing style. I wouldn't compare him to that. But the way I see his career track going the way James Harrison did. But just in a different way. Because how does a guy like that slip through the cracks? He's 6'5", 350 pounds. He moves people. He mauls the interior linemen. He mauls them. It shows up on tape. It has showed up against second stringers, and it showed up against backups. What I primarily call scrubs. He has showed up. He has always, every time he comes in the game, he definitely looks like a man playing with little boys. So I can't wait to see what he does with some starters. And I'm hoping that the Raiders see what I see. I mean, we found a diamond in the rough right there. So you know, he's going to make the team. And there's not a lot of people talking about him for some reason. I've probably heard him being talked about once on one other show, but he got noticed by me, big time. I would say I don't know, man. I don't know if Jelly's gonna make it. I mean, we just signed the guy from the LA Chargers. Okay, we got PJ Hall, who's beasting. These are defensive tackles that I'm talking about. We have Maurice Hurst, who beasted last year. And then we got this guy, Rush, who's showing us, Anthony Rush, who is showing us that he's got what it takes. So, yeah, I don't know. I think Ethan Westbrook already got cut. Corey Legent, that's his name, Corey Legent. Yeah, Corey Legent, we got him from the Los Angeles Chargers. And, you know, this guy, 2 years ago, I was wowed by him. I was really, really wowed by him. And I thought to myself, the Raiders are going to be in trouble for a long time if this guy stays healthy. But then he got hurt at the end of the 2017 season, and his injuries carried over into the 2018 season. So he hasn't had a chance to be right, and then he got cut by the Chargers, and we picked him up, and he seems healthy. So we'll see. We will see. Benson Mayoya. I doubt it. I doubt it. I highly doubt it. Vontez Perfect makes the team. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Because they did a feature on him on Hard Knocks, but this is not why I'm saying he makes the team. I'm saying he makes the team because, and I'm talking about Jason Cabina, the Cameroon guy. I'm saying that he makes the team because A, he's smart, and B, if you go back, because I record all the games, if you go back and you look at all the games that he's played in, he doesn't miss many tackles. He's always around the ball when it's supposed to be. His liability is pass coverage, but that's the case with a lot of middle linebackers, and definitely a lot of middle linebackers that are expected to play backup. Middle linebacker has been an issue for the Raiders for many, many years now. You know, we tried Rolando McClain. We tried other people's retreads. We brought Brandon Marshall in. He didn't work out. He didn't even really see much playing time, as I think about it over the preseason. So I don't know what's up with him, but nah, he didn't too much do a thing. Trayvon Mullen makes the team, of course. You know, he's a solid player. Uh, Isaiah Johnson, I'm on the fence. Nick Nelson, Nick Nelson go hard. Nick Nelson go hard. Could use some improvement, but he go hard. You know. And then we've got Gary on Colony. I don't know why I messes his name up. But Gary on, starter. Dan Worley, starter. Mullen, he'll be our nickel guy. Let's go down. So the Raiders have LaMarcus Joyner and Jonathan Abram listed as free safeties. Check, check. And then they have Carl Joseph in as a strong safety. Nah. I want to predict the future here. Okay? I hate to predict the future here, but I kind of see the writing on the wall here. If it was me, Jonathan Abram would play strong safety, and Lamarcus Joyner, for a while, because of his experience in the NFL, would be our free safety, and Carl Joseph would be an expensive first round backup for the third year in a row. KJ as a backup. Eric Harris, you know, he doesn't cost as much as Carl Joseph. So we could possibly be seeing Carl Joseph getting cut tomorrow. And, ew, I just hate to say that. But it is what it is. I mean, Reggie guys are going out, and Mike Mayock guys are coming in, you know. So Carl Joseph is definitely a Reggie pick, and I'm seeing a lot of Reggie picks starting to fall off this team real fast. So there it is. Let me get to the. Let me go back to. Let me go back to the. Tight ends. Did you guys know Marcel Aikman was listed as a tight end? I thought he was a wide receiver. When did that happen? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. He is listed as a wide receiver. I'm not sure if he makes the team this year, though. And I'd rather give Keon Hatcher a chance over Marcel Aikman. It is what it is. I mean, Aikman's had his chance. Hatcher has been on the practice squad. He was a preseason star last year. Never got his chance. Marcel Aikman has had his chance. So I don't know. I don't know. Like, I hope we're not doing scholarships no more. You guys know how the Raiders love to do red shirting with our team. I hope that's not the case anymore. Let's get to the big topic here, and backup quarterback. Got to put my watch on this one. In the beginning, when I was going to the camps, when I went to the Raiders training camps, I saw in the beginning, I saw John Gruden going hard on Nathan Peterman, and the team seemed to swirl around Derek Carr and Mike Glennon, and Nathan Peterman, you know he had to grow on everybody, and then by the time they were able to put on pads, I mean, Derek Carr's play out path, he just like is light years away from those other two. And then you had Nathan Peterman and Mike Glennon pretty much on the same level. First game came around, and then we saw a change. And I don't know if it had to do with that run. I'm not sure if it was a touchdown pass after that, but the team started to react different with Nathan Peterman. There was like a spark. Nathan Peterman started to bring a spark to the as a backup to the Raiders that we haven't had with a backup quarterback in a while. You know, the team seemed a little bit more. They seemed a little bit more loose when he was in the game, and it seemed like they executed a little bit better for Nathan Peterman. I really have nothing bad to say about Mike Glennon. You know, he played like a backup. You know, Nathan Peterman, on the other hand, he played like he wants to start one day in this league, if that's if that means anything. Nathan Peterman is he's starting to show his grit. He's starting to show his grit. He's growing on me. You know, in the beginning, if you heard me talk about Nathan Peterman, I don't really have too much good to say about him. But now I'm seeing his timing, I'm seeing his footwork, and I'm seeing him running the ball. So I'm happy for the guy. He if he gets the nod at backup quarterback, he has my blessing. He has my blessing. And maybe with a year or two under under him, he I'm not gonna say he'd be ready to surpass Derek Carr, but he'd definitely be ready to take somebody's job in the NFL. Because not like, you know, we got a lot of great starting quarterbacks in the NFL. So there's that. Okay, here we go. Does Jalen Richard keep his job? Who would I rather have, Jalen Richard or James Butler? I think DeAndre Washington is in there. I mean, he's in there. He's gonna he's gonna make the team. But if it came down to me and I had to choose between James Butler and Jalen Richard, I'm gonna go with James Butler. I'm always gonna go with the bigger back. James Butler. I mean, I would even take James Butler over DeAndre Washington because DeAndre Washington likes to put the ball on the ground. Let's just keep it a buck. Let me adjust this real quick. Let's just keep it a buck. He likes to put the ball on the ground. You know, he right now in the preseason he's doing well. He's doing his job. But in the regular games when it counts, we've seen it. You know, and Butler can catch the ball too. So we'll see how things go there. Paul Butler, tight end, cut. We won't see him on the team tomorrow. We already let go of Luke Wilson. He's gone. Let's see. And I know I'm not going in any particular order here. It just is what it is. Richie Incognito makes the team. Jonathan Cooper makes the team. Lester Cotton Sr. Deuces. Deuces. Denzel Good. Deuces. Sorry, they don't make the team. Left tackle. We got Colton Miller. The jury's still out on him. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Brandon Parker will make the team. And I don't know if Tyler, how is it? Romer? I don't know if that guy makes the team. We could probably sign someone else from the other squad. I already told you guys I think that J.J. Nelson is gone. You know, I like Rico. I like Rico Gafford to make the team. I mean, you can't coach 4-2 speed. 4-2 on the 40, you just can't coach that. Let's see what else we got. Uh, at fullback, I like the guy Alec Ingold. I like him. You know, he shows up. He shows up. Keith Smith. You guys watched the last two games. We've seen Keith Smith get blown back, put on his back. You know, one of the reasons why we couldn't get inside the end zone is because this guy, he just doesn't have it. He doesn't have. He's got the size. Like, I've met a lot of guys like this in my life that are like big in the weight room, but they just don't have it in the. I mean, they just don't have it. They don't have the strength to match their body, if that makes any sense. They're really, really big guys, but you know, they're just not strong. So, you know, I've got what people call I'm country strong or whatever. I'm not really that big, but I'm strong for my size. And yeah, that guy, he's just not strong. And Alec, he's strong. He's a strong kid. You know. Ooh, let's talk about some of our defensive ends. Oh my goodness. Yeah, not strong in the trunk. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? He's a big dude, but he's just not strong. So, Cleveland Farrell, he's obviously going to be a starter. And then Arden Key, he's going to make the squad. Quentin Bell, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about Quentin Bell. Benson Mayoya. I thought I read that Max Crosby got cut. He was like a seventh round pick from last year, wasn't he? 6 year. I gotta check that out. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, here we go. This is Tell It Transactions. And I posted this today too on Mac Brown was the running back that we had. I don't know why I said Johnson. Yeah, but Mac Brown, yeah, I was already on the fence about him. Jordan Richards, I really wasn't a fan. He got waived today. Luke Wilson, I just don't like Hollywood type guys. So yeah, uh, Cameron Hunt and Eddie Vanderos, gone, gone, gone. Wow, wow. Well, they got Eddie Vanderos on injured reserve, but y'all know the deal. Anytime you make injured reserve in the first wave of cuts, the very next day, or that's what is it, Saturday, then that Sunday you'll sign a what do you call it, the uh the grievance letter, and then you'll be on another team. You'll be gone. The Raiders will take care of you, and you'll be gone. That's too bad. Too bad. Too bad. Too bad. Too bad. What do you guys think about Rolando McClain getting back in the league? How's that sound? I told you guys about them Alabama linebackers. Trash. Trash. Any Alabama linebacker to come out in the last 6 years, trash. Nothing but trouble, trash. I could go that way about a lot of Alabama players. Trash and trouble. Trash and trouble. I try to avoid Alabama uh, defensive players like the plague because they're either going to get injured or, they're going to go out and get in trouble. Trash, trash, trash. I stay away from those guys. You guys be smart to do the same. Don't back no Alabama defensive players. Trash. 49ers have to learn the hard way too. Trash. Um, and I don't like to say a lot. I get on people when they like to segue into other topics. But I gotta talk about this. I was shocked to find out Andrew Luck had left the game last weekend. I was even more shocked to hear the fans booing him on his way off the field. I can understand why they were upset, but I'm never going to boo. I don't boo anybody that wears the same uniform of the team that I cheer for. Prime example. I have personally seen a lot of Jamarcus Russell games while he wore the silver and black. I never was a fan of Jamarcus Russell, but since he was the quarterback of the Oakland Raiders, I chose to stay neutral in this plight. And when he left the Raiders, the way he left the Raiders, I was kind of sympathetic for him because at the job that I had at the time, not only would I see him coming and leaving Oakland, but I would see his family, and I knew some of the things that he was going to. Another player I saw a lot was Rolando McClain. I saw Rolando. I met his wife, his then baby girl, and his entourage. A lot of people didn't know about his. They always talk about Jamarcus Russell's entourage. Rolando McClain had an entourage too, and it was way worse. His entourage was way, way, way worse than anything Jamarcus Russell ever brought to Oakland. Ever. There's a place where a lot of Oakland Raiders go to get barbecue in Oakland, off of 96 and 96 and Eads, Brookfield Grocery Mart. You go in there. It's in the hood now. It is in the hood. If you don't mind going to the hood, you can go to this grocery mart, 96 in Hood. It's called Brookfield Grocery Mart, and they've got pictures of a lot of players from the Oakland Raiders that come in and eat the barbecue. It's a fantastic barbecue spot. Oh, you know what? Let me give you a funny story. Now, this is crazy. These guys at this grocery mart, it's owned by a Yemenis family, and they're all pretty much Muslim. Actually, they're all Muslim. But everybody in the neighborhood, in that particular neighborhood, they go there to get their barbecue. Yes, pork ribs, beef brisket, barbecue chicken, beef links. It's real good. Yep, it is kind of better than Everett and Jones. You know what I'm talking about. You've been there. You know exactly what I'm talking about. So anyway, the second time I met, the second time I met uh, your boy Jamarcus Russell was in there, and he had a couple of his family members in there, and they went to town, man. They must have bought like $400 or $500 worth of barbecue and beans and potato salad. It was crazy. Everybody from the hood was up in there trying to get autographs, and he gave out autographs, and he was a real cool kid. He was a real cool kid that went up in there. But when your boy Rolando McClain went up in there with his when his partners, his Alabamians, his Mississippians, and they weren't from California, and they were trying to get indoctrinized in the Bay Area lifestyle. Instead of taking the cool route, they wanted to do everything that was unbecoming of a law-abiding citizen. I'll just say it like that. They wanted the dirt, they wanted the grit, they wanted all the bad stuff, man, and that's what they got while they were out here. That's what they got. A lot of that stuff didn't make it to the news, if any of it made it to the news. But you go up in there, you're definitely gonna see it. You are definitely gonna see it. I've seen the Marshawn Lynch's up in there. As a matter of fact, Damian Lillard was there last weekend. That's how popular this area in Oakland is, especially Brookfield Grocery. It's really, 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 like, the food is good there. Usually when I go there, especially if I'm going for my family, I'll buy it. It's not uncommon for me to spend like $500 or $600 in there, when my family gets together. Cause like I hate cooking. I cook and I can cook pretty good, but when my family comes 20, 30 deep, I go to Brookfield Grocery Mart. I buy everything. It's a wrap, you know. But anyway, so a lot of Raider players that go in that area, they love a lot of Raider players. They love the hood. They love Brookfield. They love West Oakland, and I hate to see what these young guys are going to get into when they go to Vegas. I could just imagine. Me and a few friends years ago. Oh, what year was this? 2000. Yeah, about when I first got back home, 2012. We had bought a condo in Vegas, and so I'm gonna get to see a lot of the shenanigans. I'm gonna get to see a lot of shenanigans. I've already been I've already been asked to show up to a lot of shenanigans that they have planned for Raider players. So in Las Vegas, so it'll be interesting. It will be interesting indeed. I'm gonna pray for these young boys because they have no. The NFL thinks they know about Vegas and the allure of Vegas and what it could do to you. Like me, I'm not rich. I don't have millions of dollars, but I got a couple of hundred. And when I was young, when I was in my 20s, that's when I started establishing that kind of wealth. And I had thousands of dollars then, and I acted a fool when I was in Vegas. That was before this and this. That's for another story. So yeah, I can't wait to see the stories that are gonna come out. I was there. I was in Vegas when one of our wide receivers got jumped on, and you guys remember that one of our wide receivers got robbed and jumped on by a couple of hooligans in Vegas, and they took his jewelry, they took his money, they took his shoes, and they even took his jogging pants. They left him nothing but his boxer briefs and a torn T-shirt in the middle of a Vegas street. Real talk, real talk. So, we're gonna get a lot of stories like that. I guarantee. You don't mess around with the syndicates in Las Vegas. You know, And the syndicates are not just crime syndicates in Vegas. You know, a lot's going to come out. Now that the NFL is going to be there and the NHL is there, they're trying to get a Major League Baseball team there, and they're trying to get the NBA there on a permanent basis. A lot of stuff is going to come out. You think it was Sin City then? Just wait. Just wait. Vegas is like my second home. But anyway, anyway, don't let my girl hear that. She go crazy. Anytime me and the boys start talking about Vegas, the Vegas shenanigans, the girls, they don't like it. But oh well, it is what it is. Um, but yeah, sad story. And I can't wait to see how Derek Carr and his choir boy act is gonna pan out in Las Vegas. Who's going along to win the tight end? The tight end there is no tight end battle in Oakland. Darren Waller is he's king supreme as a tight end. Nah, it ain't no Waller or Carrier. It's Waller. That's pretty much set in stone. I mean, you'd have to be living on Mars not to know that. It was pretty much when they brought him in last year, and we knew when the Raiders were really quiet, when they were really quiet on not bringing back what's his name? See, I forget him that fast, man. Who was our tight end last year? You guys remember? Because he was a beast, but he was one of those guys that was caught up in that Bay Area lifestyle. Jared Cook, yeah, Jared Cook. He was one of those guys that was caught up in that Bay Area lifestyle. And the coaches know, man, don't nothing happen. See, Oakland is it's a big city. The Bay Area is real big, but what you do can get out real fast. You know what I'm saying? Where you hang out and who you choose to chill with, that shit gets out, man. And it could it could do you. You know, look at Alton Smith. Alden Smith. Look at Alden Smith. Another country boy. You know, these country boys coming down here to the Bay Area, getting this designer dope. You know what I'm saying? The best tree in the world. Zenny probably won't like me talking about this stuff, but it's all true. It's the truth. And they don't know how to handle it. We got some of the best looking women in the world in the Bay Area. The Raiders need to use Richard or Washington. One of those guys is not going to be on the team. You know, Jalen Richards or DeAndre Washington will not be on the team. You know, John Gruden. If you look at his background and you've seen the backs that was on his team, John Gruden has always had the scat back and the big back. You know, we can't. Josh Jacobs is a big guy, you know, but he's not that big of a guy. Butler is. So, I mean, that's great that we got a good team on Madden, but we need a good team in real life. We need, you know, we need it. Yeah, we got a good team on paper, but now we need that team to show up in the wins and losses category. That's what I'm concerned about. And thank you for the $2 donation. Appreciate that. That's going to help this channel out a lot. The more we get, the more we can do. So that's what I gotta say about that. But yeah, I don't see DeAndre Washington and Jalen Richardson, Jalen Richards, both making the team. One of them got to go, and I think whoever has the best ball security will stay on the team, and the other guy got to go. Yeah, I wanted I really wanted us to keep all three of our teams. To be honest, I wanted Oakland to stay Oakland. Oakland's going to be different without the Warriors, without the Raiders, and possibly now without the A's. You know, if this Portland thing really sneaks up on us, if we let it sneak up on us, but our mayors and our city council, I just, what are we doing? And the government of Alameda, what are we doing? Yeah, you can see. Yeah, you can see the Warriors from Berkeley Hill, but I'm from Oakland. I want to see them in Oakland. And I really wish, I know a lot of people aren't fans of it, and I believe Zenny's not a fan of it, but, you know, I think independently, being that I'm from the city of Oakland, and being that in some, in a few different ways, I pay taxes in the city of Oakland, I would have voted for us to keep the teams. If that meant public money, that means public money. You know, I'm a property owner, so you know, I don't mind my money going to, but I'm a fan too, so that's why we like people had all of these reasons why not to put money into these teams, into these team stadiums. You know, they would say education and the police force and city works. We're putting millions and millions and millions of dollars into school education in the city of Oakland. And then on the other hand, on the other side of the coin, they can't tell you where those millions of dollars are going. And that's not a rumor. That's not me talking out the side of my ass. That is just a fact. That is just a fact. Money in public education is getting wasted. You know, and then I look at the money that is a lot of money. Like if you guys only knew the type of money that is going to law enforcement in the city of Oakland, that's something I'm really privy to. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And then we got these guys. I mean, I won't even talk about how they're treating brown and black people as a police force. I'm talking about the scandals that they constantly have going on with the police department. We can't keep what? How long has it been? Like we can't keep a police chief for more than a year because of some scandal, and that's where you say our money should go. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I'm never going to be a politician, so I don't even like to talk about politics that much. But yeah, if it was up to me, it'd be gone. We'd have our new stadium for the Raiders. We'd have our new stadium for the 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 A's and the Warriors, and that would be that. That would be that. They would generate jobs. It would. It also generate taxes. It bring in tourists. I mean, it's so much stuff that we could do with that. I don't know. Hindsight being 50-50. But it is what it is. It is what it is. So I'm kind of getting a little bit off topic. You know, I started talking about Andrew Luck and then faded into Rolando McClain and all these other guys. But yeah, I just thought it interesting. Uh, the Raiders are going to be. Here's another prediction that I want to make before the season starts, and we can talk about it more. The top two. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna keep getting that. It's not the beer game. You know what I'm saying? I actually, yeah, Brandon Marshall got cut. And, hey, look, if you can't cut the mustard, bro, you got to go. You know, they brought in Brandon Marshall first. He had his opportunity. And then who they signed? They signed Perfect, right? Perfect ran the defense better, hands down. And he knows the defense better. And he was making plays. Vontez Perfect. He was making plays. How many times did you see I'm Brandon Marshall out there making plays? Hmm? You didn't. Just straight up. And then to be honest, even though Cabina, Jason Cabina, even though he's not as experienced, he was making plays. Everybody likes Doss, but I'm telling you, Doss is either practice squad or he's not on the team. Rico is going to make the team. And that's just how it is. You can't coach speed. You can't coach speed. Rico is, he's the man. Number 9, not going to make the team, bro. Not going to make the team. DeAndre L. I was rooting for him because I seen him the first day they put on pads and, you know, he was catching everything. I went Peterman. Yeah, we talked about this earlier. I went Peterman. If you look at, if you just take just the preseason games, and I've been to a couple of camps. I'm going to talk about this again. No, they are not the same. The team don't react to Peterman and Mike Glennon the same. Mike Glennon is your average backup right now. And you know what you're going to get from him. There's no ceiling with him. I mean, he's reached the top of his. He's going to get as good. He's gotten as good as he's ever going to get in the NFL. There's nothing. He's not going to get any better. Nathan Peterman has not even touched his ceiling yet. Imagine that. Has not even touched his ceiling yet. And you could see over the progression of each week of the preseason, Nathan Peterman has done nothing but get better. I'll go you one. I'll go you another one. I'll do you another one about Nathan Peterman. Just and correct me if I'm wrong here. There are 2 games in preseason. Mike Glennon threw interceptions. In 4 preseason games, he's got multiple interceptions. Nathan Peterman has 1 turnover, and that was due to a sack. Oh, we back. Yeah, his 50-yard run was crazy. You know, Nathan Peterman, and I think he's going to get a lot better. If as long as Coach Gruden is patient, not too patient with him, he's got to keep. In my fraternity, we have this saying: And it seems like John Gruden, even though he doesn't know this saying, he lives by it. Heat on that ass stimulates the mind. All the cussing, the mind games. I don't know if you guys watched Hard Knocks, but you know he walks up to a guy and he says, "Can you count down from 100 to zero by threes?" That's a freaking mind game. You know that guy's tired. He wants to see if that guy can think while he's tired. You know, 100, 97, 94. You know, while you're tired, can you think? Can you react? Can you keep it going? Do you have the stamina? Is your head in the game? You know. And then when he's cussing at you, that's the fire. And you know, he's judging how you react to him on that. I watched it when he's coaching Nathan Peterman, and he's telling him about his demeanor. This is real talk. This is real talk. Some of you guys out there are you've been in the military, so you know when you're a leader, when you're a leader, and you're coming from a different outfit, and you're dealing with guys that's been in the shit before, and you really haven't been in this shit. Sometimes they want to take advantage of you. Sometimes, you know, they want to see if you got the balls to hang, and the only way you're gonna show them that you got the balls to hang is being a dick, straight up. And that's what John Gruden was giving them. Sorry about using that language, but that's the only analogy that I had to explain it. But yeah, when you got people under you, you got enlistment guys under you, and they don't know you, and you see them trying to get over, and I'm pretty sure John pretty kind of felt like, hey, these guys not moving to the ball quick enough. They not taking direction from you the way I want them to take direction from you. You need to go out there and you need to have a little bit of me in you, so they'll get the message. And I guarantee you the message was gotten. Because when I see the team, when Nathan Peterman, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, the team, when Nathan Peterman comes out there, they have a little more spark to them than they do with Mike Glennon. The eye test. He's passing the eye test right now. And it is what it is. So he'd be my pick. And it's probably a popular pick right now. But I'm like John. I don't like turnovers. And body language means everything to me. Do the guys see you as a leader? You know, so he's teaching that to Peterman. Hopefully it sticks. Hopefully it sticks. That's where I want to go with that. Well, in a few seconds, if you guys don't have any questions, or if you just want to know about these right here, because I always get a lot of questions about my keloids, that'll be for another day. I look forward to seeing a lot of you guys. I'll be at the Oakland Coliseum September 9th. I'll be going live. I'm gonna go a couple of recorded videos to talk about the Oakland Raiders and our tailgating situation in Oakland and in Las Vegas. I need to talk to Zenny a little bit more about that, because not that I want to show the craziness, I just want to show the camaraderie that we have in the stadium. But I also want to show a little bit of the craziness too, just a little bit. I'll try to keep it family friendly, you know, because this is not my channel. This is Zenny's channel, and I want to respect it. You know, I'm still a Zenster, and I just want to respect his channel. So, but yeah, I look forward to seeing some of you guys out there, and I appreciate the support that I get from you guys when I see you out in the streets or when I see you at some of these Raider events. You're very much welcome, sir. It was a pleasure to serve my country. A pleasure. Yes, the Raiders will be. Oh, let me tell y'all something. Now, this is where me, myself, and Zenny, where we differentiate. We are different because in the preseason, I am straight up very non-biased when it comes to the Raiders. But when the season hits, I grab my cup of Al Kool-Aid, my Al Davis Kool-Aid, and I drink it. And I'm fully, thoroughly immersed in the Raider Nation. And I'll tell you every year that the Raiders can go undefeated. Do not ask me about any game and expect to get a straight up answer if we could beat the opponent or not. Because in my head, I believe we're like 20 sections away. In my head, I believe we could beat every team if we put our mind to it. Even though none of us as fans are playing in the game. But as far as players go, I believe if they put their mind to it, they can do it. That's just me. That's just me. And I've coached, youth football and a little bit of high school football. So I've seen the impossible happen. Derek Carr appears happier. Let me say that again. Derek Carr appears happier. As far as we can see. As far as we can see. Will that translate into wins? I don't know. I don't know. It's been in my experience when players like Derek Carr, and I want to reiterate this to you guys. Heat on that ass stimulates the mind. So, even though now he appears to be happier, there's no telling what's going on in that quarterback room. And I hear people say him and John Gruden on the same page. That's probably because John Gruden is turning that heat up, And I hope that the heat gets to Derek Carr and he feels a little bit of pressure to do better. And he sees kind of what I'm seeing. And I'm not saying that Nathan Peterman is going to replace Carr, because I just don't see. I mean, he just doesn't have the talent level to replace Carr. But John Gruden is moving in a direction to where if Derek Carr is not getting it done, I've already got my viable backup. Now I just got to go find my starter. And my viable backup could step in as a starter until I get my starter. This is a prove-it year for Derek Carr. He's got a team-friendly contract, where after this season, they could cut losses, go to Las Vegas, and start anew with a new quarterback. Straight up. So all the talk out there about John Gruden not being sold on Derek Carr, he's putting on the front right now like he is. He's putting on that's my quarterback front, but I don't see it. I don't see it. You always look. John Gruden is a perfectionist, and if you look at him through the years, outside of Gannon, he's always looking to get better at the quarterback position. So, yeah, I'm focused on now too. But if Derek Carr don't perform, if he don't perform well in those first 4 weeks, 4 weeks is starting in what, 7 days? The beginning of the season starts in 7 days, 7, 8 days. No, Marcus Sopo wasn't ready uh, to be our quarterback. But let me remind you, Marcus Sopo came in, what, that last year, that the second to last year of John Gruden being the Raiders head coach before he went to Tampa. And think about all the backups we had before that, before Marcus Sopo, you know. So the grind goes on. The grind goes on. Nathan Peterman is a good pet project for him. And that's somebody that, yeah, Rodney Pete, Vince Evans, he went through a couple. He went through a couple. He went through a couple of backup quarterbacks before. And he went through a lot of quarterbacks when he was in Tampa. So don't let the smooth taste fool you. What is it? Oh, how you doing, Simple Man's Barbecue? We all good. We just talking Raiders football, city of Oakland stuff. Getting a feel for oh, you know what? While I'm here and before the season starts and before we know what the cuts, let me see some of y'all predictions season wise. Wins and losses. I'm gonna go 10-6. I'm gonna go 10-6. What do y'all see? And that's been very, very, very optimistic. 10-6 is very optimistic in my book. What do you got? Okay, okay. Somebody agrees with me. Chai, he agrees with me. He also sees 10-6. Anybody else out there? Anybody see 16-0? We're not gonna swap with the Broncos. I don't think we swap. I think we sweep in the Broncos. Facts. We might swap with the Chiefs though. I see that. Oh yeah, okay, sweeping. Yeah, we'll sweep we'll definitely sweep the Broncos. I I kind of got a feeling. I kind of got a feeling we're gonna sweep the Chargers too. The game that I'm looking forward to the most this year. Well, actually, there's one game I'm dreading, and then there's one game I'm like, oh god. The game in London with Chicago. These international games just don't do us right. I don't get it. Every time we go abroad, there's a problem. So that needs to be addressed, or I don't want to go abroad no more. No more international games if we can't get it done. Yeah, Khalil Mack versus Trent Brown. That's gonna be awesome. But we need to beat the Bears. But the game that I'm really, 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 really dreading is the last game of the season. Uh, 9-7 and make the playoffs as a wild card. Ooh, 9-7 in the AFC. Let's see, how's that gonna work? Hmm. Yeah, we'll see about that. We'll see about that. I'm not really afraid of Mahomes either. I'm not afraid of the Chiefs at all. Because for all that offense that they had and we did not have a great defense, they never blew us out of the water. You know, they beat us soundly, but they didn't blow us out of the water. And with the defense that we had, we should have been getting blown out of the water by Kansas City. Now they're coming back with a weaker defense, in my opinion, and they're coming back. I don't know about the AFC being weaker, but we're definitely going to touch on that. And their offense just won't be as explosive without Kareem Hunt in the building. Trust on that. Trust on that. And the New England Patriots prove that point. The AFC to me is still stronger than the NFC, and to that, let's start with our division. Kansas City is a pretty good team. The Chargers are a pretty good team, and we're a pretty good team. You know, we got three good teams in our division. And then up next, you've got the Central Division. Excuse me, sorry. Then in the Central Division, you've got the Browns, who are going to be outstanding in the beginning of the season, but mark my words. On offense, they got stars as starters, but they just don't have a lot of depth. And their O-line, they don't have a lot of depth at O-line either. So, you know, I'm not buying into the Browns as heavy favorites at the end of the year to make a playoffs or even win the division. I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. They don't have that marquee team like everybody thinks. I'm not going to say Baker Mayfield is trash. You're tripping, bro. Baker Mayfield is the real deal. He's not trash. He's the real deal. You know. Is he a... What did they put him? Number 48 in the top 100? Okay. If that's how players see him. Okay. That's not what my eye test says. But okay. But I wouldn't say he's trash. I wouldn't say that. But, alright. Let's see. Then you got the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're going to be decent no matter what. They're a pretty good team. And then you got Baltimore. Baltimore's trash now. Alright. We don't. Next team. Baltimore's trash. It is what it is. Let's see. Then who we have next? Then we have the AFC East. The Dolphins. Trash. Okay. See, that right there, that stopped. Do I think P.J. Hall will get cut? No. I don't think P.J. Hall will get cut. Do I think Jelly will get cut? Yes. You know, Mulhurst, P.J. Hall, good. They in there. With Corey Legent Corey Legent and Anthony Rush. Anthony Rush is a beast. Y'all better get to know Anthony Rush. I'm predicting he will make the team. I just don't see how the Raiders cannot keep this massive guy. If you don't know who Anthony Rush is, go ahead and Google his highlights, because the man's a beast. The man is a beast. Yeah. Let's see. AFC, what was I? AFC East. I already said Miami was trash. The Patriots are the Patriots. Didn't I already say Ryan Grant cut? Didn't I say that already? Was he on my cut list? Let me turn this computer back on. Come on, computer. Where do we have Ryan Grant? I'll tell you in a second. Because I got my cuts, and we went all over this stuff about an hour ago when I was going over my cuts and bubbles. J.J. Nelson's a cut, though. Marcel Aikman, cut. Wait a minute, they did what? Let me read that again. Oh. I think Quentin Bell's out of there. Ethan Westbrook's gone. You might as well swap in. You might as well cut Jelly, put in Core Legent, and call it a day. Yeah. Ellis and Westbrooks, they're gone. Benson Mayoya, why? Why is he still on the team? Nick Nelson just been showing up, huh, fellas? He's just been showing up. I already said KJ's gonna get cut. So yeah, bye bye KJ. I mean, I when you got LaMarcus Joyner and Jonathan Abraham, and you need to put both of them on the team together, on the field together, at the same time. Where is there room as a safety for Carl Joseph? Carl Joseph will be an expensive backup. You think Nick Nelson had one bad play, bro. One bad play. One bad play in the preseason. Nick Nelson gets to keep his job. Now that I think you're thinking of what is it, Kilson Nixon. Kilson Nixon, on the other hand, he's got to go because he was getting torched out there. He was getting torched by. I heard that Dylan Mabin already got cut, like not too long ago. Not too really not too long ago, before this live went up. So, gone. Oh, maybe he did get cut, right? Yeah. But why do you think that Nick needs to be cut? Because he had one bad play the whole preseason. Other than that, he was killing it. Killing it. I'm going to have a few surprises for you guys in a couple of months coming. God willing. You know, faces is going to get changed. some plastic surgery coming up, braces. Gonna get some of these, some of the stuff I've been had with me since 2011. Shrapnel and all that. A lot of that stuff's getting ready to come out finally. That's why I be coughing all the time. You know, like I just had I've been having surgeries since 2011, and my last one was in January, and they took shrapnel out of my lungs finally. So, you know, my lungs got to recover before I could have any more surgery done. Even that's been like, what, 8 months? Jesus. Been going through this for a while. But I'm not as bad as a lot of other guys. Still got all my limbs, my legs, you know, and everything still works. Kids running around. DNA say they mine, so that's good. No, he got reinstated. There's no Mike. Rolando McCain, he got a conditional reinstatement. So he's good to go. He's just got to go through anger management courses, and he's got to go through a rehab program, drug rehab program. And you guys are probably like, Donald, how do you know all of that? Well, I'll tell you. His girl was an Alabama, the girl that he had a baby with. She was an Alabama volleyball player. Her best friend, who she played on the volleyball team with, well, I'll just have to rename, nameless, both girls, is from the Bay Area, and I'm friends with the mom. So, you know, when they come to the Bay Area, sometimes I see them, and I just get all of this information. So it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, he's gonna be all right. He gonna be all right as long as he keep his head up. You know, keep his head up, and, you know, try to be an adult, man. Leave that fast life alone. I wish that that the Raiders, and I don't want to say that they don't, because there's a lot about the Raiders organization I don't know, but I can tell you some of the differences that I've seen with Raider players and Warrior players, and even some A's players, is that instead of getting introduced to the hood, like there are a lot of there are a lot of Warrior players that are introduced to the hood in Oakland, but they're also introduced to the guys in Silicon Valley and, you know, some of the more well-to-do places in the Bay Area, and, you know, more of the influential guys. Football players, for some reason, you know, they want to hang out in Vallejo. They want to hang out. And that's like one of the digs that I got against the Napa camp, you know, because the closest place that these guys can go and hang out after camp ends is like in the hood of Oakland, Richmond, and Vallejo. You know, where the Warrior players, you know, they get shuttled out to some of the more affluent places in the Bay Area. And same thing with the A's. You know, one of the things I want you guys to take notice of when you're going to the games this year, and it's been like this for the last 6 years. The last 6 years. You guys, want you to take notice of this. When you get to the Coliseum BART station, you are going to see guys that are in U.S. Marshal clothing. Okay, almost all of those guys are federal air marshals or detectives. Their presence before was kind of clandestine, but now, and if you guys don't know what clandestine means, that means that they were kind of under the radar. But now that presence is going to be beefed up, going to be beefed up big time. No, not immigration police. These are uh, these are marshals that are looking out for terrorist attacks and things of that nature. You know, they've always been in the BART stations. The last uh, the last 6 or so years, but you'll see a few blue jackets here and there. But now they've come out with a plan where it's going to be real. It's going to be real. They're not going to play no games. They're not going to play no games. And I don't mean things like police brutality is coming or anything like that. But if they think that you pose a threat to the public, the way you're going to be hit is going to be swift, and sometimes can possibly even be deadly. It's not going to be a game no more. You know, there's a lot of things that scare law enforcement when it comes to the NFL and big gatherings like that. So I've taken notice to it, the way that they've been at these last couple of games around the country. But so I hope people don't start taking stuff personal and think that, oh, it's just the pigs out there taking advantage of the people. It's not like that. They're really out there trying to keep you safe. So I'm just giving you guys a heads up. You know, just keep cool, man. Keep cool. Keep cool. Sometimes I'm pro law enforcement. Sometimes I'm not. I tread on the fence. I tread on the. I am pro American citizen. I want you guys to exercise all your rights and be safe out there. Straight up. We live in a time where people just want to see us get hurt, man. They just want to see they want to see the world burn. They really, really do. They don't give a heck about me or you. So just be vigilant when you're out there. You see something, say something. You know, because we all like taking our kids to the games and camaraderie in the parking lot before you get to the parking lot, the walk over, the walk back. It's all fun, bro. And I want to keep it that way. I want to keep it that way. For sure. They've got a couple of new Alameda County sheriffs that are going to be out there in charge, strutting their stuff, running their thing. Alco. I know there's a few Alco guys watching this stream right now. Because I told them I was gonna be on and talking about this also. So just giving y'all a shout out. OPD as usual will be out there in force in the Burger King area off of Hagenberger. Doing their thing, directing traffic. You're gonna I don't know if I should be giving you guys all of this, but that first game, Monday night, it's gonna be a doozy. I mean, some of you guys, it's September 9th, and I don't know how well you guys know your history, but it's not just September 9th. It's also considered Black Monday, you know. So if you don't know about Black Monday, go ahead, go Google it. Go Google it, go and find out what that's about. You know, a lot of 9/11 happened on a Black Monday. When the when the Jesus, how come I can't remember this? I mean, I remember it because I got it in my head, but I'm trying to think exactly what it was called. But anyway, there was an incident in Jerusalem when they blew up two planes on a tarmac. That was also on a Black Monday. So it has some significance. And yeah, it's usually the second Monday of September. So, you know, that's all I'm going to talk about that in my Forrest Gump style. You know. So anyway, guys, we're going to wrap this up. It was good talking to y'all. Y'all take it easy and have a good Labor Day weekend. I will see y'all September 9th. I'll be going live from the Coliseum parking lot. Who knows what's the new name of the Coliseum now? I forgot. It was like Regent Coliseum, something like that. But anyway, y'all take it easy. I gotta go.